At this time 5 years ago, a dramatic scene was playing out in Middle and West Tennessee. Floodwaters forced thousands out of their homes, and even 1,500 guests at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel had to be rushed to an emergency shelter. It's hard to forget these images of neighborhoods submerged in water. And not only were homes, schools, and businesses lost in the disaster, 24 people lost their lives. In all, 17 inches of rain came down, and the Cumberland River swelled to nearly 52 feet. The flood of May 2010 caused $2 billion in damage. Some neighborhoods were destroyed and simply had to be rebuilt. Delray Drive in West Nashville is one of those spots. A lot has changed there, and our Chris Cannon is live at one of the biggest changes, England Park. Chris, that park actually wouldn't exist if not for the flood.
Rory, dozens of homes and driveways and the way of life for so many people are all replaced by this playground in a brand new park. Just one example of how the recovery in this neighborhood has really taken hold. A Friday night with temperatures in the 70s. It's pretty much perfect weather to spend time at England Park in West Nashville. Kids on the playground, parents passing by on bikes. But 5 years ago, this is what the Delray Drive neighborhood looked like as Richland Creek invaded the area.
They had boats out and stuff trying to catch people, just floating down the creek.
Sherry Sewell has lived in this area for 53 years, and she has seen a lot of changes around here since the 2010 flood.
There was nice houses down here. People lived on this street. People lived in this park, on this road right here.
All the homes suffered major damage, and the city's flood buyout program cleared out dozens of homes on the creek side of Delray.
It was the perfect storm.
Dodd Galbraith leads Lipscomb University's Institute for Sustainable Practice.
There's nothing we can do about natural events that come at us that large.
Galbraith says we learned a lot from the 2010 flood, and the biggest lesson could be that each of us needs to think of how we can manage our own flood water.
Optimizing the landscape's ability to soak the water up rather than to run it off.
With rain gardens, impervious surfaces, something Metro would probably need to regulate.
To make it easy to do this, make it convenient, and encourage developers to do it.
So many changes came out of the 2010 flood.
It's a nice neighborhood, and I think it's really come along good. Y'all have a beautiful day, and thank you.
And we'll most likely see even more changes in the years to come. The city also bought and tore down several homes on the other side of the creek from here. 5 years later, England Park is actually linked to the Greenway system here, and on most nights it is very busy out here with people enjoying the park. It was named after Andrew and Martha England. They are the two longtime residents just across from the park here on Delray Drive who died during the flood on May 2nd. We are live in West Nashville. Chris Cannon, News Channel 5 HD.
Chris, thanks. More than 530 structures damaged during Nashville's flood were within the floodway. Another 2,500 damaged structures were outside that floodway.